First of all, I do hope that our transition back to this new technology of prayer books is working out well for everyone. But not to worry, we will continue back with the screens with many of our other Shabbat services. Just felt it was a nice way to connect us with the classical traditions of our heritage. And by classic, we mean whatever you grew up with. This week, we are going to be concluding the book of Leviticus Vayikra with a double portion of Behar Bechukotai. And then next week, we'll be transitioning into the fourth book of Torah, Bamidbar, of Numbers. And so I was thinking a lot about the notion of transitions, going from one book to the next, and the implication being that it's a planned transition. Every time we read from Torah, we know what is coming next. We know what is coming next in the story. We know what parsha is coming next. We know what book is coming next. And as we are getting towards the end of our academic year, we note that this is also a time of planned transitions. Some of our students will be transitioning to pre-K. Others will be going from pre-K to kindergarten, elementary school to middle school to high school to college. And some of us have received some very lovely graduation invitations, especially for our students who are transitioning to college or vocational school or community college or whatever life brings in their plans or their hopes and their dreams. It's also a time, like UNO celebrated graduation today, where people are transitioning from college to graduate school or graduate school to their professional degrees. Others have planned transitions from single life to married life. And in Judaism, we have transitions as well. For those who are born in our tradition, we have the transition of naming and Brit Milah. We have B'nai Mitzvah, where we celebrate and sanctify our young people as they're transitioning from childhood to adulthood. We mark those moments with Kiddushim, with sanctity. But we note, even at times of great and planned transitions, there are also those that are unplanned. Job loss, unexpected moving, breaking up, divorce, loss of a loved one. And it's these moments of transition that we find the intersection of not only transition, but transition with grief. As many of you know, I'm on my second grief journey in just a year and a half. I've just gone from one parent to no parents. And truth is, I am struggling to wrap my mind around it. I know some of you have questions. Was my father ill? Yes. He was on our Misha Barak list since well before I arrived in this congregation. Was it expected? No. It was sudden, which I think in a way was a blessing for him, but very hard for my brother and I, for his sister, for my wife, for my children, and for all those who knew him and loved him. And it comes in strange ways, in strange moments. As I was preparing my words for tonight, I was thinking how at the end of every Shabbat service where I speak, he would send me a text letting me know how wonderful my sermon was. And then he would share a story related, or perhaps not related, to the sermon at all. But this isn't really about me. It's really about how so many of us are going through our own transitions, through our own journeys. Both those planned and unplanned can create an identity crisis, a loss of a sense of self, a loss of a sense of identity, as well as opening up new possibilities, new opportunities, new journeys of discovery. All of this were my prepared words for tonight, but I'll be honest with you. As I got to this point in what I wanted to say, I realized I'm not sure where I want to go with this. I'll be honest, I'm feeling a little lost right now. I'm feeling a little vulnerable. When it was my mom's turn, it was right before the early days. So we got started with the funeral and with Shiva, and then immediately jumped into the Amim Noraim. There was no time to grieve, no time to process, because the business of the congregation was ever present and demanding. My father, on the other hand, decided to find a time that would be difficult for the children as they were wrapping up their academic year. But it's a time where it's a little bit, just a little bit, quieter for me. And what I'm learning through this experience is that whether a transition is planned or unexpected, it is hard. It can challenge the very nature of our souls. Even if we are excited about it, there's still often the hint of trepidation. Even if it's an amazing opportunity, even if it's something that we've raised and elevated our children for, there's still a bit of sadness that comes along with it. As our people are wrapping up the book of Leviticus, the priestly handbook, along with the Holiness Code, they're about to head into Bamidbar in the wilderness, which is a beautiful metaphor and reminder that whatever life brings with us, it also presents us pathways through the wilderness. Pathways where we don't know where the journey is going to take us, pathways that we don't always know where it's going to end. So what are we to do? Well, in a world, in a time where everything feels so overwhelming, it's so very easy to get lost. And I'm reminded of the story that I sometimes tell, where a man was wandering in the woods, gathering up wood to get ready to prepare his house for the coming week. But the trick was, it was Erev Shabbat. And he noticed that the sun was getting lower in the sky. And he was starting to panic, for he could not find his way out of the woods, until he saw someone in the distance. And he raced up to him and said, "Brother, I am lost. Do you know the way out of these woods?" And his friends and the man said to him, "I am sorry, brother, I do not know the way. But if we join hands, maybe we can find our way out together." As we are soon entering into Bamidbar, into the wilderness, as each of us is going on our own journeys, be they journeys of blessing, of challenge, or of transition, may we know, and I remind myself of this even though I often forget, may we know that there are others beside us on these journeys that we can join hands with. And maybe with them, maybe with each other, we can find our way out, or at least find strength as we walk these pathways. Shabbat Shalom.